How did this situation end?
There was definitely things that I realized of myself and learned about myself.
What did you learn?
Definitely lust.
Okay, yeah, I got you.
Yeah, learning how to lead.
So you left her.
There was like a few people that I was trying to juggle. My name is D'Angelo Carpio. I'm 21 years old, and this is Dating Audit.
All right, D'Angelo, thank you for joining the show.
Thank you for having me.
Tell me, what do you do for a living?
Well, right now I'm a bank teller.
Okay.
In my hometown in Bayonne. I just work full time at the bank.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah.
And what is your relationship status?
My relationship status right now, I am single. single.
Okay.
I'm enjoying it.
That's good, bro. That's good. How long you been single for?
Single for about a year and like a month or two. Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up, bro. And has there been like situations in between there?
Yeah, a few, one or two.
Okay.
Yeah, there's been like some tries, you know.
Right. So you've been like getting out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
That's what's
anytime
up.
I had, you know.
Okay, let's talk about some of those situations. Walk me through it and tell me what happened.
Like towards the end of my last relationship, it got to a point where I was like, yo, once we're not together no more, I'm staying single. You know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't, like there was a time where I actually couldn't wait. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
You know. So I guess once I finally got single, you know, it was nice. I was enjoying it. I was like, whoa, this is new. You know what I'm saying? I was enjoying new things, hanging out with friends. I could finally, you know, easily hang out with them. You know, no worries, no stepping on eggshells. And I don't know. Like at first, I was trying to like, you know, stay single, not talk to nobody. But then there was a lot of people that I saw that I was like, dang, you know, I see why I wasn't single. You know, so yeah, definitely still being in the world. There was definitely some people. Yeah, I would like, you know, talk to. I went through a very interesting time during like Thanksgiving and Christmas. This is 2024.
Okay, last year.
Yeah, so last year, I went to an interesting time. You know, I picked up a hobby that was not a very good one. You know, it was like became like an addiction.
Well, do you want to say what it is?
Smoking. Okay. Smoking. You know, marijuana. Yeah. Like, you know, the pens and stuff.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, I picked up on that. You know, I don't want to blame other people for it. You know, because it was my choice, my decision. So I was definitely my fault for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, and you know, just off that, I feel like it definitely fogged up my mind.
Gotcha.
Definitely wasn't thinking straight a lot of times, and a lot of times hanging out with other friends who were also bad influences. You know, it just like influenced me to do even crazier things.
Right, lead you down the wrong path.
Right, and then there was some girls that would walk by, you know, and I would just like take the opportunity. You know, I was already lost.
Yeah.
We were like, all right, yo, like what's next? You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
it was. There was definitely a time where there was like a few people, you know, that I was trying to juggle.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got you. I mean, I've been there. I'll out myself. I've been like unfaithful in the past. Yeah. So I completely understand. Right. And I mean, like when you're like, first of all, Christian or not Christian, lust is hard.
Yeah,
you know
most
what I mean?
Definitely.
Like, you're not, like, I guess for us, it's not any easier for us than it is the other person. Yeah. Right? So I definitely that temptation's there. So I definitely could see like how you could fall into it, because I fell into it. But I'm, you know, glad you're like honest about it.
Nah, yeah, definitely, man.
So how do you like, I guess, how do you move past that? How'd you get over that?
Honestly, I feel like God may have helped me even though I wasn't in God. You know what I'm saying? Like he was just there anyway to protect me, even though I wasn't searching for him at all. You know, because I feel like a part of me, like every time I was really deep into like the non-soberness, like I feel like inside of me I would talk to myself like yo, what are you doing right now? Like, look at yourself. What do you? And after a while, those girls that I was trying to juggle, I started feeling bad. You know what I'm saying? I started feeling guilty. You know, guilty. Things I was feeling like feelings that had been hurt from my past relationships. Gotcha. And now I'm doing it to them. Gotcha. You know, once they find out certain things, they realize what I'm really doing.
Part of that's just conviction too.
Right. That and I just felt so bad, and I stopped. I let go of all of them.
Good.
There was one morning when I woke up, and I was still like not sober yet. Yeah. It was a full sleep, and I'm like, what's going on? I got scared, so I looked at myself in the mirror, and that was the first time in my life I was ever disgusted with what I saw. Yeah. And that morning, I decided to quit my addiction. Yeah. And from that morning till today, this moment right now, I haven't done anything.
Well, that's good, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Congrats, man. And how long ago was that?
That was like a couple of weeks before Christmas.
Okay.
Yeah, like early December.
That's good, bro. So almost a year now.
About to be a year.
Yeah, about to be a year.
About to hit my birthday.
Hey, yo, comment down below. Tell us, man, congratulations for getting rid of that addiction.
Thank you. Glory be to God, man. Glory be to the Lord.
Has there been a situation where you were talking with a Christian girl? Yes. Okay.
Actually, yeah.
What happened there?
So like, actually. So we met over the summer. Okay. Actually, this was like recent. We met over the summer. Okay. And this was like right around the time where I fully surrendered my life to the Lord. Okay. So now like we're both into this. You know what I'm saying? So it was no worldly intentions behind it, and we were actually like trying. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we were hoping for the best. It was actually like going really well. And then like I guess throughout the time that we were like chatting it up, there was definitely things that I realized of myself and learned about myself. We would pray with each other. Sometimes we would have like Bible studies over the phone, and just talking to each other a lot just really helped me learn things, like a lot of things about myself. Yeah. I never really.
So what did you learn?
So I've learned a lot of things that I still need help on.
Like what?
Definitely lust.
Okay.
Definitely lust. I've learned that.
Yeah.
Definitely patience. A lot of patience.
Patience, like why did you want to like, were you rushing the relationship? Or?
No, I wasn't rushing. More patience, like I guess with like anger. Okay,
yeah, I got you. Or you have like a short temper?
Yeah, it's not, because it's not really like a short temper. Yeah. I don't know the word for it. I would say anger, but it's like, I guess like more like a social battery.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like it doesn't run out, but there's just some things, and the people I know that like, nothing on them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But just like some things they do, some things they say. I don't know if it hits me a little weird. I totally
know what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I feel you. But But yeah, definitely some patience. The lust thing. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Yeah, learning how to lead.
That's a big one.
Yeah. As a I guess as a husband.
Yeah.
Or just like the man
in the relationship. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, learning how to lead. Definitely a lot of things. Definitely a lot of things that I've realized that I'm not ready for. Well, I'm not ready to be in a relationship because of. Okay. Okay.
So you mentioned in your last situationship, this is with a Christian girl, that some of the problems that came up that you realized about yourself was lust, anger, and how to lead. Yeah. Right? So how did the situation end? Like what happened?
Definitely, this time I really wanted honesty and openness to be like the biggest thing. Yeah. Because there was definitely none of that in my previous ones. Yeah. So I definitely wanted to have that, because without that, where would, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. So definitely keeping that honesty a big thing. I definitely wanted to not lead her anywhere further than where she needed to be led. You know what I'm saying? Based like on feelings or just wanting to continue anything. Yeah. I definitely wanted to talk with her and say everything that needed to be said,
Gotcha.
To make sure that she has like a sense of closure, to know what's really, like what page we were on. So just leading her astray and wondering.
So are you saying that you guys weren't on the same pages, like I guess in terms of like what you wanted in a relationship, wanted out of it?
Personally, I feel like she was ready.
She was ready.
I feel like she was ready to go all the way.
Marriage.
Yeah, all the way. And I was still like, I definitely could say that like, I was getting ready.
But you're not fully ready.
Yeah, I feel like I really fully wasn't ready.
That's good. That's good that you realized that. Yeah. Right. So how long was the situationship? It's like,
I feel like it lasted maybe like 2.5 months or something.
Okay, that's a good length.
Yeah.
So okay, let's talk about the lust part of it. Why? What happened that you think that lust was a problem for you?
I definitely had a problem that I would try it was definitely like trying to be hidden. You know, it wasn't very like noticeable. It wasn't me trying to push anything onto her or try to do anything. Like actually, there was a boundary that I enforced on like no lustful intentions or like gestures like at all. Like we weren't allowed to smooch. We weren't allowed to like I feel like the most thing that I was like okay with was just holding hands.
Okay, so no kissing, no hugging. I mean, I was about to say that was a little extreme.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay, that's what's up.
But then so definitely the issue was definitely me still like my eyes were still wandering. You know,
gotcha.
Others,
yeah.
You know, like whether it was with her around or with her not around, I didn't like myself doing it.
Doing it right.
You know what I'm saying? And I would like I don't want to say like I hated myself for it.
But you felt like really, guilty about it.
I really didn't like me doing it. You know what I'm saying? I really wanted to stop.
So
just in general.
Yeah. Okay. So let's dive into like the lust part of it, right?
Okay.
Because us as men, like, is harder for us, right? Not saying that women don't deal with it too, but it's generally like a man problem.
Yeah.
So like what you're saying with the wandering eyes, you're looking at different women. So the thing about lust is it's a lifelong battle, right? You definitely don't want it to control you. You definitely want to have a control on it, right? So I guess what have you been doing to I guess stop yourself from looking at other women? I know it's hard,
right?
I'm telling you, but like what do you do to like help yourself a little bit?
Nah, definitely resist the enemy.
Yeah.
Actually, recently there was one thing that my friend said. Darrell, you know Darrell?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Darrell, he actually told me this. He said, like we were talking about, lustful habits and how he's able to overcome them because he's very well with that. Yeah. I believe. And he was just telling me like, what's the point? You know what I'm saying? What do you get out of it? It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not.
Yeah.
Like, how is it benefiting you just by looking or imagining? Like it's not doing anything to your life. You know. And after I heard that, I was like, wow,
that's a good point.
That's actually very true. Like,
yeah.
Like what am I doing? Like it does not no benefit over me.
Yeah. So typically, like what I do is like you could tell, like let's say you're walking down the street. You could tell a girl's walking towards you. She has on shorts and let's just say like a crop top or something.
Yeah.
Right. You could tell from a distance in your peripheral that that's something you would be attracted to, even without seeing her face.
Yeah.
So like once you acknowledge, I don't even know what this girl looks like, but just based on her shape and what she's wearing, I could already tell that's something I kind of like, right? So like I immediately just stare at the ground. Like, and I just try, it's hard, but like I just try to keep walking, right, until I get past you. Or like even simple stuff like going on the next side of the street, or wherever you are, just try to remove yourself from being around them, turn your back to them, whatever you got to do. That's how I handle those situations. But yeah, I've heard that from many guys, like a wandering eye is hard, man.
Yeah.
And the more you feed it, the harder it is to stop.
Right.
So you gotta it's one of those things, you just gotta stop feeding it. And then it'll get easier, but it'll still be hard.
Right.
And I'm glad you brought that up. That's a good point. And then you also mentioned you felt that you weren't ready to lead her.
Right.
Why or lead, like I guess in a godly way. Mm-hmm. Why'd you feel that way?
I guess I could say like there was definitely habits that I still needed to overcome and be delivered from.
Okay.
You know, and I just didn't want to lead her to sin.
Gotcha.
Or just lead her to hurt. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause there's definitely a battle with me forgiving myself.
Gotcha.
You know, and there's a lot of things I haven't forgiven myself for. She's actually helped me realize that.
Okay.
And you know, if I don't really forgive myself for it, who knows what's gonna happen one day that I might not be able to forgive her or someone else. And you know what I'm saying? I just don't want to lead her into a path that she's not really supposed to be led in. You know, as God's daughter.
Gotcha.
You know, I want to treat God's daughter like I want to be as ready as possible. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? Like, I don't want to lead her astray at all.
No, I get that. And dude, that alone right there says so much about your character that you don't even realize it, because that's like self-awareness, bro. And a lot of people don't have self-awareness. You might think it's a common thing, but it's not. Yeah. And I'm glad that, you know, you realized that you weren't ready to like lead her in that role. But how, I guess the question is, right, what does leading in a godly way look like? And I think you probably have more of those qualities or characteristics already than you know. Like you said, you guys would do Bible study.
Right.
You guys would pray together. I would say those are things that leading in a godly way looks like. You know, like when you guys spend your time together, are you putting God first? You know, are you putting God first in like everything that you do, your decisions? You know, are you asking God for guidance? I would say that's leading in a godly way. And you don't have to have all the answers. But are you asking God for those answers? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's all there is to it, man, pretty much. Yeah, what do you think about that?
I think that's just straight facts, man. Like, hey. That definitely
That's good.
That is good. I really believe that is leading the right way, in a godly way.
Yeah.
As a man in a relationship. Definitely leading, definitely bringing them closer to God.
Right.
As much as possible, you know what I'm saying? Like, definitely keeping him center, keeping him first, making it known that it wouldn't be no us if it wasn't for him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's good. So, in your last situationship, would you say you felt that you weren't ready to fully commit to something serious? Like, were you scared? Or like, how was that? How'd that feel for you?
I definitely would say, it was a little scary.
Okay.
You know, because there was times where I really felt like I was ready, to commit, and I was down for, you know what I'm saying? I was in the Lord, putting God first, and nothing should have really went wrong. I guess the fear was maybe like we were still a bit too young. You know what I'm saying? Because if we were to commit, I'm planning on doing this so it can result into, marriage, for life. So with that in mind, I am a little bit too young. So that was something I was definitely thinking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't say you're too young. I would say that since, I don't know if both you guys are like 20, 21, you probably would want to date for like slightly longer. Just because I don't know what the situations are. And like you said, you guys are young and your lives are changing so much in this stage. It could be beneficial for y'all to just date slightly longer than like, an adult relationship typically would.
Yeah.
But being scared is scary, first of all, right? Because marriage is such a big commitment that you want to take it serious.
Yeah.
Right? And that fear that's a natural thing. Like, people on their wedding day, before the wedding, you get to ask anyone, they're like, it's very common to have second thoughts, right? And going into like a relationship very seriously, like, it could be scary. But I guess I wouldn't, like, at this stage for you, I wouldn't want to be too focused on like, all right, if I'm committing to this, we're getting married. things just don't work out sometimes. You know what I mean? And that's okay. You definitely want to go into it with the goal of marriage, but don't like force it like, okay, she's the one and we're gonna get married, because it might not work out.
You're right.
You know what I mean? So I don't want you to like box yourself into that corner thinking that if you commit, it all has to be perfect. What do you think about that?
I was about to say that's smart. I mean, that's good.
Yeah,
that's a good thing to think about. You know, good way to put it.
Right.
You know, instead of just like cornering myself, you know, with those thoughts or plans.
Yeah.
You know, it's better to take a longer time to think.
Yeah, and what you could do, what helped me, was while I was single, I wrote down qualities that I wanted in my future spouse. Right? Mm-hmm. But not just worldly qualities based on scripture.
Okay.
Right? So I guess what I would recommend for you and for anyone that's single right now and looking for their future spouse, write down, let's just say 5 qualities based on scripture that you want in your future spouse. Right? And when you're faced with this situation again, like, should I commit to her? You know, is she the one? Obviously, pray about it, but look back on those qualities, right? And if she has all those qualities, like, you know, go for it. That's what I would say.
Right.
And it's important. I don't want to say it's important for it to be based on scripture, because, like, worldly qualities or, like, I guess anything like based on lust, like attraction, obviously you want attraction to be there, but those things, like, they fade away, you know what I mean? And anything that's based on like just fundamentals from the Bible or Christ or qualities like that, those typically last forever. All right, so we're gonna give D'Angelo his dating audit score.
Let's do it.
Vibe 0 to 10. Bro, your energy, your confidence, your approachability, I would give you a solid 9 out of 10 here. This is like, I think this is your strength. Like you said, you like lean into your personality a lot, and I like that. Communication, this is a good interview. I've talked to you outside of this, and you have like good qualities when just holding a conversation. I don't know how you are in a relationship.
Right.
You said you had some toxic stuff in the past, so I guess just to be fair here, I'll give you a 6.
For sure.
6 out of 10. Boundaries, you have a lot of self-awareness, which is good when setting boundaries. So I'll be generous here. I'll give you a 7 out of 10. Emotional maturity. I think this is probably an area where you still have like some self-discovery to go through. And you mentioned earlier that you felt like you weren't ready to lead.
Right.
So maybe this is an area where your score drops a little bit. I'll give you a 6 out of 10 for emotional maturity.
For sure.
And effort. You said you're like actively growing and you're open to relationships. How much you're putting yourself out there, I don't really know, but I'll be here. I'll give you a 6 out of 10 for effort.
All right.
So D'Angelo's score is a 34 out of 50. Thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you, D'Angelo, for being here.
Of course.
If you guys like this video, please like and subscribe and comment down below. If you're interested in being a guest, the link is down in the description. And if you like this episode, click on this one right here just for more of the same. Thank you guys.